Hi, welcome. Hi, so I'm Kirsch Mackey, and I am a freelance PCB designer, electrical systems engineer, and also I've been in the industry for power systems and stuff like that. And really, I want to talk about this crazy deal that EMA Design Automation has on their website right now. This offer ends on the 31st, and this is unscripted, unedited, but I really need to show this. So if you're wondering whether to get a PCB design software tool, here's one. You see me do OrCAD videos on my YouTube channel. Here's a software that I've used that has earned me over $7,000 in 4 months, right? In addition to my regular job. When I had my regular job earlier this year, I made $7,000 in 4 months, $7,000 extra using OrCAD on a 4-layer printed circuit board design. It was 6 layers, but I got it down to 4 layers, non-high-speed design, right? But here's the thing. This software, $530. I don't know why EMA is selling it 80% off or this cheap, but even if it was just the software, this would be ridiculous and hands down an absolute steal. But here's the other thing about this. This is what makes this crazy. Not only do you get the OrCAD PCB Standard suite, no high-speed constraints. That doesn't mean you can't lay out a high-speed board and use other tools like Saturn PCB or Cooks or your own design skills to lay out a high-speed board on 4 layers, okay? It doesn't mean you can't do that on this. It just means you won't have constraints guiding you. So with that being said, you get OrCAD Standard, which has the schematic editing, the PCB layout and routing, simulation in it. So if you're doing analog design and you're not 100% sure on your calculations, you can simulate the analog design. This is great for power electronics. I do this, all right? And I've caught some errors before in my calculations or just some silly mistakes. So for the schematic editing, also I can automatically download parts for free and place them in the schematic with the PCB footprint attached along with the 3D step model attached automatically, right? So I don't have to waste time building parts from scratch. Then we have PCB layout and routing. This is a fantastic software tool because even though OrCAD is a little higher end on the learning curve and then troubleshooting the issues become more of a problem, you can do Google searches. This software has been around so long. I've been using Allegro since like 2012, and I've been using Allegro in general, schematic, since I think 2007, 2008. It's been out so long that there are forums and questions that have been asked that you can Google and find a problem for. If there's a problem you do have, you can just contact EMA. First year maintenance, including updates and live support. Anyway, so you get schematic editing. You drop in the parts with the footprints already attached. You get PCB layout and routing. Fantastic. It always has my back. I can trust this to make sure it points out the errors in my design and saves me time. So I only have to do the design one time properly. Simulation and analysis. Fantastic. Manufacturing outputs. Automated generation of manufacturing outputs and bill of materials. That's true. If you set it up properly, that's true. Even if you don't set it up automated and you do it manually, there is this thing, a very important thing called design for manufacturing offering in the software. It's built into the software. So when you submit your PCB design for the first time to the DFM checker, I just did this last week, you get a first clean pass if you adhere to the design for manufacturer rules, okay? That's just the software. Now let's get into the additional things. And yeah, this is, in my opinion, this price is right. $2,100, it's worth it. Even if you bought a $2,100, it's worth it. First year maintenance, you get on top of that. And live support, $530, that's worth more than that. EMA solve your problems when you email the tech support. They're very responsive. They answer your questions. And they answer the questions you just can't find online. It's very good. But on top of that, you get eLearning for OrCAD. What is this eLearning? They're really downplaying this, and this is upsetting me because this isn't even a deal. This is a steal, really. Even if you don't use this software, you're spending $530 for a perpetual license in the professional industry standard software. When I say industry standard, I mean the big boys, the big players. IBM, Apple, Atmel, Intel, AMD. They use Cadence. Also Altium, they use Altium as well. But Cadence is the big one. It's the elephant in the room. Really? $450? They're really downplaying this. The e-learning for OrCAD, let me tell you, let me show you. When they talk about e-learning, they're talking about you get training in OrCAD Capture for your schematics. You get training in PCB Editor for PCB. You get training in PSpice Essentials as well for simulation. Each of these training courses alone, in my opinion, is worth at least, each of them is worth $300, in my opinion. Right? You get video training and a training manual. I know because I've done all of these and I passed the exams. That's why I have the badges. And man, you can go over and the training material over and over again, and you'll become a beast at the software, okay? In addition to already knowing how to design printed circuit boards. Alright, so Ultralibrarian for OrCAD. On top of all of that, you get the training, you get the software, which it by itself is more than worth it. First year maintenance, perpetual license, and you can upgrade. So let's say, oh, I've made too much money. I made 10 grand on the software already. I want to do high-speed design boards and make even more money than that. Well, you have the option to upgrade. The PCB Designer Professional, which is what I use, does all that. It does all this plus. But honestly, the projects that I've been working on have been 4-layer boards with no high-speed stuff yet. Well, that's not all the projects, but projects for clients. They just want something basic, a motor driver, Internet of Things kind of like a sensor board, like similar to Arduino. Things that are not super complicated, that don't need high speed. 7 grand off of those projects? Really? Okay, and then Ultralibrarian for OrCAD. This is similar to the search providers. You drop in your schematic part. It has the footprint attached, has the 3D model attached automatically. This is just like that, but you can separate those models, and then there are a few more options here as well. You also get bill of materials management, automated generation of manufacturing outputs of bill of materials. The thing about OrCAD is, even though it's a little harder than other PCB design software to just pick up, and it's not even that hard to pick up, really. You should try it out. Look at my videos, see if it's too challenging or something. There are some gotchas, it's not perfect, and the user experience is not as smooth as Altium's. I can tell you that, okay? I use both software. Actually, I use more software because I use Eagle, I use KiCad, I use OrCAD, I use Altium, because people need different things done in different designs. That's why I use all these PCB design software, and I like all of them. I think KiCad is a sleeper. I think it's the Python of the PCB design software that engineers are sleeping on, and it just needs some time to, well, it won't take over, but OrCAD is kind of like C. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if there's any PCB design software you want to get into, to look, and not only look, not to be professional at PCB design, and to know that the software has your back when it comes to getting the job done right. I'm talking about getting the job done right. I'm not talking about, oh, well, this is hard, or it's harder to learn and stuff like. We don't get paid on effort as engineers, okay? Nobody cares how hard our work has to be. They want results. So do you want a software tool that's easier to pick up, or do you want results that clients pay for? Like clients pay you they shell out a couple grand because they know you're going to get the job done right. Between your skills and a software tool that guarantee, I'm telling you, I trust this software the most. I trust this PCB design software the most. That's why I do most of my designs in OrCAD. I'm just saying, if there's another software that does it better as far as what I can trust, maybe Altium, then that's what I would say. I like the user experience with Altium better, to be frank, right? I like how they execute on certain things better. Altium. I like working in Altium better for certain things. I just gotta say. But when it comes down to something I can trust, I know I can depend on OrCAD and Altium. The other softwares, not as much. My bill of materials, sourcing part, I mean, I have to massage things a little bit, you know. One person did a project in EasyEDA, and oh my gosh, the board worked, but the documentation was horrendous. The bill of materials was terrible. I couldn't even use it. I had to redo the project from scratch in OrCAD just to keep dot all my I's and cross all my T's. Right? They're paying us for results, not mistakes. You need to have a software that can back you up. This is that software. And in addition, this gives you so much credibility in the industry. When I put this on my resume, I was making 24 grand a year up till 2018. To take care of my family on. That's no money. I was a college student. I didn't have any opportunities. Nobody was hiring people with international students like that. But then I put this on my resume, and I put it more out there that I was doing PCB design. I got experience in this Cadence software. Boom. By 2020, I was having a job that paid me 6 figures. I could command a 6-figure income as long as I have projects coming as a freelancer. I'm just saying, companies that ask for Allegro, once you know OrCAD, is the same as knowing Allegro. How do I know that? Because I've been using Allegro at my university since 2008. Right? I still use Allegro to do university research for my PhD. Whereas I use OrCAD for PCB designs on my individual computer because I can get the updates faster, right? So what I'm saying is, does it make sense to you to spend $530 and do 40 hours of training to get certified, to have people contact you and reaching out to you for advice that you can charge for, to gain at least 7 grand in a few months? Does it make sense to you to spend 40 hours and $530 to make $7,000 bucks? Like, is that a good investment? I mean, it may be coming off. I don't want it to come off as like condescending or anything. I hope that's not the impression I'm giving. What I'm saying is that as far as deals and investments that's guaranteed, because especially if you know PCB design already, it's a no-brainer. Who wouldn't want to make 7 grand or $530? That's all I'm saying. And this pays you dividends for life. Nobody can take what you have in here. And you have this perpetual license to the software? Come on, EMA. This is a ripoff. I don't know why you're selling it this cheap, but this is the hottest deal that's out right now. If you're into PCB design, you're looking for new software to get into, this is the hottest deal. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, leave the comments and questions in the comment section below. You can email me. You know how to reach me. If you don't know how to reach me, you can go on my channel and get my email. People ask me questions about stuff. I have more videos I need to post out. You see my videos if you need to learn training quick and for free. But hey, you get the premium training in the software tool for the 530. This I can tell you right now, this training is better than the training on my YouTube. All right, in terms of the content, and you get training manuals. This is stupid. Anyway, the deal is going to end on the 31st. Can you find a way to borrow $530, even if you don't have the money? Can you borrow or use your credit card to pay $530 to make back $7K? Let's even say $2K. let's even say 2 grand. Would it be worth it? Let's say you make no money off this and you're working your regular job and you pay this $530 off in, say, a few months or something, right? Or you don't get you don't get as much fast food for the next 3 months, and you saved up $530 again, and you have this for good. Even if you let the Ultralibrarian expire, you still have access to the free part search providers, download the parts automatically tool that comes with OrCAD. This video has gone on long enough, right? If you have any questions, just email me. It's the best deal right now. It's ridiculous. It's a no-brainer. All right. Happy holidays to you. Happy New Year to you. This expires on the 31st. Please grab it while you can get it. And once you learn this software tool, and you also learn Altium, if you know Altium, learn this as well. Once you learn this, eventually you can learn Altium. You take advantage of this offer. The big companies are looking for the Cadence experience. Okay? They're looking for the Cadence knowledge, people with that knowledge. Right? Okay. Well, I hope this message helped. This has gone on pretty long, and thanks for watching.